And now back to the Big Dumb Fun Show.
Hey, if you're hanging out with us at BigDumbFunShow.com, you can come back during the week, click on the Listen Live button, and you will hear shows from the past. They could be from this year, they could be from last year, they could even be from the year before that, all the way back to, I think we've got them into 2008.
2008, we're going all the way back in the
All
audio
the way
archive.
back.
After hearing
You
this
can
show,
hear it.
they're going to say,
What the hell has happened? So we have a couple of different big announcements we've been teasing a little bit on the Facebook, a little bit during the show as well. The decaf thing was actually just a big joke. There's
No,
way
what are you talking about?
There's no way in hell we're switching to decaf coffee.
Oh,
so
you
just,
wasn't here for
Why
that?
would we switch to
I'm
decaf?
sorry, you didn't. I forgot that you didn't hear that part of the show. But right now, what I do want to take a couple steps to say that we're about to make a couple of announcements tonight that will drastically affect the Big Dumb Fun Show for bad and for good, and I think more for good for the people on the Big Dumb Fun Show. I think that when it comes to the current phase of the show that it's in right now, and we're an ever-changing show, I think that what I want is the best for everybody, and if that means not being a part of the show, then I'm all for that. Mark the Big Guy stopped by tonight in studio
right?
as kind of like a goodbye.
Yes.
Mark the Big Guy will be separating himself from the show as of tonight. Because you're going off, you're blowing up. You know, we've talked with you in the past.
Is there another show that you're going to?
No.
Are you, like, leaving us for 610 Sports and you're just not telling us?
No, I didn't get the Big Yiggy 610 Sports.
No. Although that would be hilarious.
Funny.
No, but
Wow.
you know what? And I would never want to guilt anybody into sticking with the show just because I enjoy having you around.
It's enough that he does it to me.
It's because Ganurka's been dying to leave for years now, and so how long have you been with the show? Several years now, right?
Yeah, it's been.
I don't
a while.
even know. I never associated you not being a part of the show, and I'm so glad you were able to come on and be a part of the show with as long as you did. And
It's funny because when Mark first became a part of the show, I was like, it's Jeff's friend.
yeah.
I mean, it's like, what am I going to say? No, we don't want to have Mark around.
Yeah.
It's Jeff's friend. And you know what? I was a little bit of a doubter. I kind of tend to be that way just about things in general. I'm always like, well, let's see how this goes.
And then I had to reassure everybody, I'm not the Big Dumb Fun Show. I just do the sports. That's it.
Yeah.
You know,
You've been helping us out on
Yeah.
a part of the show that we're not well versed in.
And the thing is that, while this isn't the first time you've ever been on the radio,
Right.
you've known Jeff much longer than you've known me.
Right.
And I've really
I
come
taught
to have
him,
some strong feelings for you, Mark. I never wanted to say this except on the air.
I taught him what he knows.
He did.
Yes.
He did. He was the first guy that trained me at FM 92.
No, not the red button.
Notice
I'll
he's
never
on
forget
that side of the wall now.
and I'll never forget that. And for folks just tuning in or they're wanting to know what the big announcement is, Mark the Big Guy, been a part of the show several years now.
3,
We've had a lot
4,
of fun.
5 years now.
I
bet
think
I
it's
came
been
on
longer than
June of 2005.
Okay, yeah.
There was Dirty Dave, Frank, Venkman, myself. Dirty Dave left. Frank left. We had a sports guy there. Had another sports guy. Had a drunken sports guy.
Oh God!
And then we had you.
Yeah.
And we have had you ever since.
I came on the air the first time when we were in Bob Pop Diva's space.
The breezeway.
The
Breezeway.
sunroom?
Yeah, the sunroom over there.
Sunroom there.
And
next to the lake.
Yeah, the lake/pond.
Pond. Yes.
But but what's happening for you now, and we've made mention of it on the show, is that during the show you went to school.
Yes.
You went to go get a degree. You went and you got your first one, and now you're pursuing the second one.
Yes.
You want to be a football coach.
Yes.
For youth sports.
Yes.
It's something that you're, whether it be college or high school or preschool, whatever.
Well, it'll be youth to me.
It'll be youth to you.
Yes.
You want to be you want to coach that, and ever since I've known you, I've known that's what you have a huge passion for.
Yes.
Whether it be just DJing the games or sitting alongside your dad,
Yes.
who was an announcer
for Adrian High School.
For Adrian High School. And so
Yes.
you've got that passion in you.
Right.
And I totally get where you're coming from, where you're coming to us and you say, I have to really focus.
Yes.
And I understand how, and even if, 10 minutes out of the week, I mean, I know that just
It's
from
a little
having
bit
my
more
own
than that
segment,
because usually you
it's
have to
more
prepare.
than that. You have to prepare.
Yeah.
You have to dedicate that time, and you can't do anything, basically. Yeah, you can't go to the Flaming Lantern.
No.
I mean, you
'Cause
can't
we'll
do
call
anything
you.
at that time.
No.
Nope. But you have to. You really have to dedicate your time.
Yes.
And I totally understand that, and you need to take that time and you need to shift it elsewhere to focus on your passion.
Well, it's like I told you earlier. I thought that the coaching would be what took me away from this, because being a student coach for a college football team would take up Monday nights, Saturdays, because of travel and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out it's the classroom that's pulling me away from it, not the coaching.
Not the coaching itself.
Yes,
Yeah.
because I have 17 credit hours this semester alone,
Yeah.
plus the extracurricular for those classes that I have to do as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just unreal. I
No.
don't have time for myself.
You're bogged down. I
Yes.
completely see where you're coming from, and I thank you so much for being able to actually come on here for your last show.
Yes.
You will
no
definitely be missed.
Uh,
We will definitely not forget about you. And
Forget about
and
who? Oh, I'm sorry.
this- about Mark.
Be cautious of
you
who
took
might
you
call.
took Gnurk, who is kind of leery, and you
He
brought him
made
around
me a
town.
believer. I
Yeah.
really, I'm sorry to see you go, Mark. I think you do a great job for us doing the sports. I think that you're really talented. I really want you to be a part of the show
Thank you.
wherever we go.
Well,
And maybe someday you'll be able to come back around and do that.
I'm
Absolutely.
hoping that's the case. I'm hoping I can come back. But
I got to move the camera now because I'm going to cry a
Oh,
little bit.
don't cry, Gnurk.
close up.
So, Mark, from both of us, we're very much we're happy for you. This will totally change the show, as will some other announcements that we'll have a little bit later tonight. This will absolutely change the face of the Big Dumb Fun Show, and we will miss you. Like honestly, we're gonna look for some other sports people. Someone that can bring us, the sports nuts that we deserve. But nobody's going to have your sports nuts.
Yeah.
Those are your nuts.
Those are mine.
You're taking them with you.
That's right.
They're going to have to come up with their own shtick.
That's
right.
right.
They can't take your shtick or your nuts.
That's right.
So
No big guy like this guy.
yeah. But it's just been a pleasure hanging out with you week after week. And
I've-
sometimes you'll call in. And by God, we won't even talk sports, because we have something else that we want to talk about with, and that's A-OK. Because it's our show, we do what we want. And if we want to talk about you and your love affair with Brett Favre, your hatred for David Glass, I will talk about that every single week because we are talking with a friend.
Yes.
And I so much appreciate the fact that you have dedicated, a couple of years of your life to helping us out. And being able to provide that entertaining commentary, being able to put up with Kelly talking over you every sports segment and every chance she could get, and
She did it well, didn't she?
She did. But it's some of our best conversations were when you guys would get into it.
Oh, man.
And but and that's what makes for good radio.
Yes.
So this isn't really just it's a goodbye from the show, but. I'm thinking for the Christmas shows, and every time we have a special show, if we have a barbecue,
You're more than welcome.
You're more than welcome. You have an open invitation. You want to come by, you're in town, you want to stop by just to see what's going on. You used to love the band, just talking to the bands that would come in here.
Oh,
You
yeah.
remember that? Remember the first time you met Tyler Lyons?
Yes.
And I remember that thinking, man, my show was able to introduce this guy to this music.
Yeah.
And how much that may have opened up your world
Yeah.
into what Kansas City had to offer.
I didn't realize how good indie music was until I actually got involved with the Big Dumb Fun Show.
We're going to quote you on that.
And I want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to be on the Big Dumb Fun Show. I had a good time, and like you said, I met lots of people, and I enjoyed it, and I am going to miss it.
All right. Mark, very much. Thank you very much joining us tonight on the Big Dumb Fun Show. I know you have to go. You got a skadoosh.
Yes.
And very much. Thank you very much joining us tonight.
Thank you.
And we will see you again very soon.
Yeah.